Hi, thank you very much for visiting my channel today. Well, you've made the right decision because today I'm gonna give you 10 words. No, not 10, 20 words. Actually, they're not just 20. Anyway, I'm gonna give you a list of words with surprisingly silent letters. Well, these are the words that you least expect to have silent letters. Let's talk about it today. Before I start my lesson, I'd like to thank the 621 subscribers who subscribed to my channel already. I know that I have a lot of things to improve, I have a lot of things to learn, but you still trusted me, so thank you very much for letting me help you in your English language learning journey. And if it's your first time watching my video, you're new to the channel, please do subscribe and click the notification bell if ever that you like this video or you find this helpful. Now let's start. I'm very excited about this lesson because I know that I'll be able to help you a lot. The first word is handsome. Handsome. So it's not handsome. Handsome. We don't pronounce or we don't sound the letter D here. Handsome. We stayed in a handsome house in Baguio. Again, we stayed in a handsome house in Baguio. One more thing that I want to say about handsome is that it's not just about the physical appearance of a man. We just don't use this word to describe someone who's good looking, especially a man. We also use this word to describe a woman, okay? Not just a man. So there can be a handsome woman. Handsome can also mean large or a large amount of something. Next word, basically. Again, basically. So it's not basically. They say that if you want to sound smart, then use this word often. If you want to sound smart, you might want to sound better too. So have the letter A here, a silent letter. Basically. This is basically an English lesson. Again, this is basically an English lesson. Next word, separate. Again, separate. So it's not separate, it's separate. Have the letter A here, a silent letter. For example, I always separate my new books from the old ones. Again, I always separate my new books from the old ones. Next word, important. Again, important. So it's not important. Well, you might sometimes hear these words again with a letter which is not silent, just like this word. So you can either pronounce it as important or important. Important. But I prefer having the letter A here, a silent letter, because I speak faster once I do that. Again, important. For our example sentence, having self-discipline is very important for students studying online. Again, having self-discipline is important for students studying online. Our next word is debt. Again, debt. So it's not debt, it's not debt, it's debt. The silent letter here is the letter B. For our example sentence, his debts quickly piled up because he gambled for months. Again, his debts quickly piled up because he gambled for months. Thumb. Again, thumb. What's the letter that you do not hear? It's the letter B. So it's not thumb, thumb. It's thumb, thumb. He bites his thumb when he gets nervous. Again, he bites his thumb when he gets nervous. Most English learners are usually confused whether the letter H here in this word is a silent letter H or not. We all know that there are words just like hospital and honesty which have the silent letter H and which do not have the silent letter H, so it's pronounced. Just like the H in hospital, we pronounce it or we sound it, whereas the letter H in the word honesty and honor is not pronounced, so it's a silent letter. What about this word? Do we sound the letter H here or not? Well, since I've mentioned this word already and we're talking about words which have surprisingly silent letters, then obviously the answer is it's a silent letter. So we just say air, air, and not hair. Okay? Let's have the example sentence. He's lucky to be the only heir to the throne. Again, he's lucky to be the only heir to the throne. Next word, temperature. Again, temperature. What's the silent letter here? It's the letter E after P. So it's not temperature, it's not temperature, 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 temperature. It's prature. The temperature is surprisingly dropping these days. Again, the temperature is surprisingly dropping these days. Next word, it's my favorite season, autumn. Again, autumn. So it's not autumn, it's not autumn, it's autumn. We stop there. We don't pronounce or we don't sound the letter N here. So it's a silent letter N, autumn. I make sure to go out and take a lot of pictures in autumn. Again, I make sure to go out and take a lot of pictures in autumn. The next word is Wednesday. Wednesday. I included this word already in the list of commonly mispronounced proper nouns, I guess. But I think I have to include this word here because commonly English learners do not know that the letter D here is a silent letter D. So yeah, there you go. It's Wednesday. And one more thing, we shortened this word into just 2 syllables. So it's just Wednesday and then day. Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday. It's not Wednesday. I always take time choosing what to wear on Wednesdays. Again, I always take time choosing what to wear on Wednesdays. And this is really true. Since that's in the middle of the week, there are mornings when I take like 15 minutes to just choose what to wear on that day, and that's usually Wednesday. The next word is practically. Again, practically. The silent letter here is the letter A. So we don't say practically, it's practically. This is actually good, especially if you want to speak faster. Just have the silent letter A here in this word. I'm not saying that we should all, speak fast because that's the basis of telling how competent are you in using English. But yeah, if you want to speak faster and you want to speak better, then just say practically. For example sentence, the house is practically complete. Again, the house is practically complete. Number 12 is threatening. Again, threatening. Well, you can actually pronounce it as threatening too, but again, if you want to speak faster, just say threatening, and that's fine. While they were being scolded by their mother, his sister gave him a threatening look. Again, his sister gave him a threatening look. Number 13, comfortable. Comfortable. The silent letter here is actually not just a silent letter, they are silent letters. The letters O and R. So it's not comfortable, it's comfortable. Well, you might hear some native speakers or you might hear from some dictionaries the word as comfortable, like all the letters are pronounced, and that's perfectly fine. For example sentence, she's a person I'm comfortable talking with. Again, she's a person I'm comfortable talking with. Next word is different. Different. So it's not different. It's not different. The silent letter here is the letter E. For example, the American English is different from British English. Again, the American English is different from British English. Well, they're both English, but we all know that they have differences. 15, calm. Again, calm. So you can either pronounce it as calm or calm, pronouncing the letter L for the second one. For example sentence, let's have, I like how calm the sea is in the morning. Again, I like how calm the sea is in the morning. 16, I've been using this word in my entire video. Sentence. Sentence. Just like the word important, important, you can either pronounce this word as sentence, having the sound of the letter T, or without it, sentence. Let's have the example sentence. I have to think of a good sentence for an example, but I can't. Again, I have to think of a good sentence for an example, but I can't. 17. You can say literature. Again, literature. But you can also say literature. Literature. What's happening there? There are a lot of silent letters actually. Are there? Well, I think it's just the letter E. Instead of saying letter, you can say literature. I'd like to study African literature someday. Again, I'd like to study African literature someday. 18. Frightened. So it's not frightened. You can have the letter E there, a silent letter E. For example sentence, she was frightened when a cat suddenly jumped in front of her. Again, she was frightened when a cat suddenly jumped in front of her. 19. This word is quite tricky. Environment. Again, environment. The silent letter here is the letter O after R. You can also say environment, but you can also say environment. For example sentence, the environment affects the child's growth. Again, the environment affects the child's growth. 20. Salmon. So it's not salmon. We don't sound the letter L here. It's just a salmon. For example sentence, let's have this. Please read this with me. My friend doesn't eat raw salmon. Again, my friend doesn't eat raw salmon. 21. There's a big difference when we say herbal and when we say herbal. One more time. Herbal, herbal. So obviously the second one is correct. It's herbal. And focus on the letter A. I don't say ball. I say bull. Herbal. For example sentence, let's have this. My mom grows herbal plants. Again, my mom grows herbal plants. 22. Column. Well, the silent letter here is the letter N. We don't say column. It's column. For example sentence, let's read this. There are 3 columns in the table. Again, there are 3 columns in the table. The last word, climb. So it's not climb. We don't sound the letter B here. Even if we attach, ed or ing after this word, the letter B remains a silent letter. So it's not climbing, it's climbing. Let's have an example sentence. I don't see mountain climbing as an enjoyable activity. Again, I don't see mountain climbing as an enjoyable activity. And we're done! Yay! Thank you very much for watching this video until here. I hope you learned a lot. I gave, how many? 23 words, I guess. And I hope that you'll be able to pronounce them correctly next time that you use them. If you have suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Like this video so the algorithm of YouTube knows that you're enjoying this video and it's helpful for you. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. We do upload English lessons here. I was just kind of busy these past few weeks, that's why I didn't upload regularly, but I think I'll be able to from now on. And as always, dream and make your dream happen, and make sure that it will really happen. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!